Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Sunday Magazine, the show that tells you everything you need to know about what's going on right here in our very own backyard. And I am so happy that Dr. Evanish is joining me on the show with me today, because we're going to talk about something that I feel is so incredibly important for our area, and it is the Horizon Dental Care 16th Annual Dentistry from the Heart event. It's coming up this year on Saturday, April 27th at their Hawley location. Dr. Evanish, how are you doing?
Doing great today. Thank you.
So, and I just learned this myself. You are actually kind of like the founder of this event. So you can give us all the history as to the how, the why this started and all that good stuff.
Very good. So we have noticed over the years that there had been a need for dental care for a lot of people who just simply couldn't afford to have any treatment done. There's a large group of people who, for whatever reason, they're out of a job, they're in between jobs, they don't have insurance, they're underinsured, and they can't seem to get help. They can't seem to get it together. And, it seems like in our area, we've always had this problem. It's never a good economy or a bad economy. There's always a group of people who need some help. So we saw this about 16 years ago, and we had modeled it after a good friend of mine in Florida, in Tampa, Dr. Monticello, where he had done it for 2 years prior to this. And we got to speaking, and we coined it Dentistry from the Heart. So Dentistry from the Heart allows those who need help, who need dental care, to be able to come in, no questions asked. If they need a cleaning, a filling, an extraction, just to get out of pain, we're happy to help them.
And I can 100% kind of on a personal level appreciate what it is that you guys are doing, because I've had my fair share of dental issues, and I'm sure people hear dentist and it's not like, oh, I love going to the dentist.
Right.
But, you have people who can tolerate it and people who dread it, and then people who dread it specifically because they know what they need done, and they know that what they need done is higher up in price range. So my personal story, many years ago, I needed 2 root canals on 2 back molars. Mm-hmm. At the time, I could not afford it, and I couldn't wait to make the payments. So what did I opt to do? I opted to have those 2 just extracted. Come to find now that I really miss my 2 back molars, and it's going to cost, $1,800 for 1 implant, maybe more.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But at that time and in that situation, that was my option. That was my quickest, most affordable option.
Right, and which is a great example, because if we can help somebody now to do a filling on a tooth to prevent that tooth from being extracted and losing a tooth in the future, gosh, that just goes so far,
And even basic cleanings, like people want to put it off for whatever reason, and things like cleanings and fillings are really, it's not optional. I know we all like to think in our heads it's optional and it can wait. It cannot.
It cannot. A lot of people are walking around with diabetes and heart problems and other issues that by maintaining their cleaning, they reduce the bacteria levels in their mouth, and it has everything to do with your whole health. So even if you're coming up for just the cleaning, that's a wonderful thing. It's really doing something good for yourself.
So at this event on the 27th, you are going to offer really 3 main tiers of options, right? You're going to have your typical cleanings, fillings if people need fillings, and then extractions if, that point has already been reached.
Correct.
Is there anything else you're offering that day? Or those, obviously with time and everything, I understand why you can't have a whole range of things available.
Right. So that opens up to, those are the 3 biggest things people are asking for. And that's what we've come to. There are also times where, so say for example, somebody has a front tooth and they don't want to lose it, and they know it's infected and they don't want it extracted, and we'll get them out of pain. And then they can proceed later finding a dentist in the area to be able to get that taken care of.
So how does it all work, and who's eligible to participate in something like this?
Well, wonderful. So this program is basically 18 years old and older, because the state does take care of our children with other programs. So we've devised this such that, there's always a group of people, like I said earlier, who they're out of work. They don't have insurance. They can't afford to get some things done. on the adult level, and it becomes a pocket of people who need care. So really over 18, and what we'll do, we actually guarantee the first 200 people in line. The doors open at 8 o'clock. We'll pass out numbers, and we'll guarantee the first 200 appointments. And it's literally first come, first serve.
So no pre-registration, nothing like that?
No pre-registration. We'll register you right in line. The lines actually go quickly. So, hopefully, we're in northeastern Pennsylvania. We have 2 seasons, 4th of July and winter, so we don't know what we're going to get that day. So dress warm and get there early. It is possible, since the lines do move quickly, to go through the line a couple times. So, for example, if someone needs a cleaning and they say, hey, you have really bad filling here, you have a really bad cavity, to get back in line and get that taken care of that day. So I would say, if you're thinking about coming up, come on up, get a cleaning, get a whatever primary reason you want to get something done. And then more than likely, if you spend a couple hours there, we'll make sure we get that done for you.
Now, in terms of attendance and who's all participating, like roughly how many people do you handle that day? And as far as doctors are concerned, how many doctors and staff do you have ready to accommodate all of this?
Yes, good question. We're very fortunate and blessed that we have a large facility, and we're able to accommodate a lot of people. So, like I said, we can guarantee 200 patients to be seen. We have about 10 doctors, about 12 hygienists, about 80 support staff helping us out, guiding and escorting people in and out, and helping with their care.
Dr. Evanish, why do you feel it's so important to have something like this and offer something like this to our community?
They have, basically under 18, there's a program that helps with the state. The state takes care of our children. And over that, it does not. So I think the largest things, we hear 2 things of reasons people don't come to the dentist. One is money. That's the number one thing. Number 2 is fear. So they're afraid to come. So I really think this is they're usually easy visits, even for people who are afraid to get numb. We get them numb with a little jelly before they get numb. It's a comfortable situation. It's actually a very light environment, and I don't want to necessarily say it's a fun event for the patients because you're coming to the dentist, but it really is. It's very light, and it's a low stress situation where people can get their care done quickly and at no cost.
Over the years, and I feel like this is something that's maybe become a little bit more popular, especially since COVID started. But I know every couple of years, it hits the news or the newspapers or whatever that some big groups coming in to hold a similar event to this.
Yes.
And you always see, the lines out the door, people waiting. They're adding on another day to make it a 2-day free event to offer similar things. And I know you just touched a little bit on, why people are afraid to come or don't come. And it kind of shows the level of need. But do you see events such as this really kind of starting to take a strong grasp in our community that shows the level of need out there? And do you suspect that, maybe instead of once a year, you'll start doing it twice a year, that more groups will come in and offer events such as this?
Yes. So when we started doing this 16 years ago, there were really no offices offering that service. So since then, we have another large group coming into Wilkes-Barre, and they do the same thing, and they're packed. I mean, so obviously there's a need. Going forward, I would love to see us to be able to do it more than once a year. I would love to be able to see more of our offices being able to facilitate this, because it's a huge undertaking.
Absolutely.
And it takes a year in the planning. So we really, I see the need. I see it growing. I don't see it getting smaller.
You are listening to Sunday Magazine. My name is Marcy. Today I am joined with Dr. Evanish of Horizon Dental Care, and they are offering their 16th annual Dentistry from the Heart event. It is a free dental care day at their Hawley location. It's coming up Saturday, April 27th. It starts at 8 a.m. and will end roughly at 2 p.m., or I guess whenever they get the last people out the door. The first 200 people are guaranteed to be seen. It is first come, first serve. You must be 18 or older, and they are doing all the primary things that day. So if you need a cleaning or have been avoiding a cleaning, you can get a cleaning done. Same with fillings, and also in extreme cases, if needed, extractions. Now, patients can only choose from one of the three. They cannot get all three unless, as you said, they finish and can get back through the line a second time,
That's
right?
Correct. That's correct.
Parking will be available at the Wallenpaupack Area High School if people need. Is there anything else that you would like to add or that you think listeners should know either about overall dental care or this particular event?
Sure. So this event starts at 8 a.m. and the parking will be directly across the street at Wallenpaupack High School. So the dental office is Horizon Dental Care next to the Sunoco gas station. So people can walk across. We're going to have roped off lines so that everybody will be directed. Traffic will be directed, and it will be very easy to get in and out. Parking will be easy. Getting your treatment done will be easy. We try to make it very easy so that even to reduce any other fear or concern that anybody might potentially have.
And there is no really eligibility requirements, as we discussed. There's no forms you need to fill out as far as like income, insurance, any of that, right?
There are no questions asked. If you need the help, we're here to help. There's no questions. Health history, we'll be taking health histories. We want to make sure you're able to get your treatment done. But there's really no questions asked whatsoever.
If people want to either keep in touch and follow up with the future of this event, or if they want to learn more about Horizon Dental Care itself, where do you suggest they do that at?
So the information is all online on our website, www.horizondentalcares.com. And there's a link inside that website which describes the dentistry from the heart and the services we provide. And it even has some photos and videos of previous events. And we have had, since we've been doing it, we had a little gap at the COVID time where we had to cancel that, of course. So we're really happy to be able to bring this back this year. And we had previously done $1.2 million worth of free dentistry for the community and for the people of northeastern Pennsylvania.
Wow. Is there a particular goal or anything you're hoping to hit this year with the event or no?
No, we just want to see as many people as we can and treat as many people as we can with the care that we normally do.
You got it. Well, Dr. Evanish, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come in today and join me on Sunday Magazine and tell us all about this amazing event.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.